Well, Raleigh recently released a new video, and in the new video, she introduced the world to her new horse, which happens to be an Arabian horse. I'd originally thought that maybe she would be getting an Icelandic horse, but I was totally wrong about that. And she went a completely different direction and got an Arabian horse. So, yeah. But to continue on, after Raleigh's release of her new video, introducing the world to her new Arabian horse, people came out against that. People were actually unhappy that Raleigh chose to get an Arabian horse and rescue it and give it a home. In fact, it got so heated that Raleigh has said now in her own words, "I've never received this much in my 13 years on Arabian horse. People believe I should have left Lalo," I believe that's how you pronounce it. If it's not, I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize. At the shelter and never adopted a horse who needs a good home. And then she released this video, which kind of goes into all of that more in depth and her feelings on all of that and the things that she's been experiencing from the Arabian community and others who are disappointed and don't like the fact that she chose to get an Arabian as her new horse. Now, I did watch Raleigh's video in full, this video right here, where she does talk a little bit about why she feels that the Arabian community and other people are unhappy with the fact that she chose to get an Arabian as her new horse. One of the reasons that she shared that she believes that people are not very happy that she got an Arabian as her new horse is because that she shared in the past that she doesn't like the fact that she feels that Arabians are a little bit over or selectively bred. But also in this video, she went on to show many instances where she actually said how much she liked the Arabian horse and that she had worked with Arabian horses in the past and that she actually really enjoyed Arabian horses and really liked them. And actually right now, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that I actually side with Raleigh on this one. In both instances that I believe that Arabians are oftentimes over or too selectively, and also that they're wonderful horses. This is actually my gelding's mom's pedigree. Her name was A.H. Miracle, and she's a full Arabian mare. And in this pedigree, you can see this one horse here, Prince Ebony, in the burgundy, the shaded burgundy, several times in her pedigree there. And then there's another horse here in the green, also listed several times in her pedigree. And then in this more neon shaded green is another horse listed a couple times in her pedigree. And actually, in terms of Arabian pedigrees, this actually isn't too bad in terms of how much one horse is used in the same pedigree, because often it's a lot more than that. And that's what Raleigh is talking about, or that's what I believe she's talking about. One horse being used multiple times in a pedigree. And that seems to be really prolific in the Arabian world, even to this day. You'll look at those pedigrees and you'll just see one horse or two horses just over and over and over in the pedigrees. And the reason that they often will do this in the Arabian world is they believe that it helps them like set certain traits, positive traits that they want to continue on in the lines. Unfortunately, it can actually have the opposite effect too, and you can end up with a negative trait that sets and stays in the line. And that's where you can end up with genetic problems that affect horses many, many, many generations later. And I can 100% understand why Raleigh would not like that. Why, like, she would think that that was not the best thing to do. Because, I agree with her. It really isn't. Now, another thing Raleigh apparently said that people didn't like about Arabian horses was that she didn't really like their dish faces. She felt that they had become too dished, and she doesn't feel that that's healthy for the horses. And that's actually another point I agree with Raleigh on. I've never been a big fan of dished faces on any kind of a breed of a horse. Like, I'm just not. And I think that they've done it too much with Arabian horses. Like, it's just too much of a dish, I think, now. In fact, when I first got into horses almost 30 years ago now, when I would look at Arabian horses with their dished face and their slightly thinner looking bones, I was like, I will never own an Arabian. There's no way. Because that's the only kind of Arabian I thought existed. Until I saw my gelding's mom. I met her when she was a long yearling, and what really struck me about her compared to other Arabian horses was she did not have a dished face, and she had a much thicker bone. I had never seen an Arabian horse that looked like this before, that was built this nicely before, and put together so nicely before. And because of all that, I decided to make her my new horse at the time, and I'm so glad I did because she turned out to be just an amazing, amazing horse. So I kind of understand where Raleigh's coming from, and I don't think that it's that she has a problem with the Arabian breed itself. I think she has more of a problem with the Arabian breed as an industry versus as like singling the horse out specifically. Like, not liking the practices of an industry is not the same as not liking the horse that's part of the industry. For instance, I cannot like what the Arabian industry does in their breeding programs or their show programs with their horses, while at the same time absolutely loving the Arabian breed and Arabian horses. And I'm sure Raleigh is capable of that as well. So I really hope that people can find it in their hearts to just like accept that Raleigh got an Arabian horse and be happy that she got a horse from a rescue and that she's giving it a new home and a new chance and lease on life.